the vehicle service contract, VSP, the parts and labor agreement, the extended service agreement. Do not call it a warranty. The Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act says it's not a warranty. It's against the law to call it a warranty. Get your salespeople, your managers out of the habit of calling it a warranty. It is not a warranty. I prefer to call it a parts and labor agreement because that most accurately describes what it does. Matter of fact, if you go to some of the department stores, they're not selling service contracts. They're selling parts and labor agreements. It's a term the consumer is used to hearing. Oh, the parts and labor agreement. Yeah. I don't sell a contract. I enroll them in a program. You know, in most states, it's negotiable. It can be sold for fair market value. But you can't be discriminatory. You can't be prejudicial. You can't mark it up so high that you're gouging the consumer. And usually when you gouge a consumer, it's going to be prejudicial and, you know, it's going to be discriminatory. You can't do that. Almost everything people buy today has a service contract available on it. I don't care what they're buying. I was at Staples the other day, and I needed a laser pointer for some of my speeches. A laser pointer, $39. They had a service contract available on it. What? It's a $39 item. I'll throw it away when it breaks. No. Everything in the world today has a service contract, but the stores all call it a parts and labor agreement. So am I. You know, think about it. Our service contracts are the best value of any service contract sold on the market for any product. A washer and dryer. A washer and dryer, your basic Kenmore. It's Kenmore, I don't know. Your basic washer and dryer has 3, 4, 5 moving parts. And if you pay $25 a month, and that's most of the department stores, most of the appliance stores are selling parts and labor agreements on your credit card for $25 a month. $25 a month for 5 years is how much? You know, it's amazing. $25 a month, you know, some people are paying $2,000, $2,500 for a 5-year, 6-year service contract on a vehicle that didn't cost as much as that. Our service contracts are a great value. You know, we're covering 15,000 high-tech component parts, $50,000, $60,000 vehicles. And you can buy this parts and labor agreement for $1,400, $1,500, $2,500. I mean, with thousands of moving parts. I mean, think about it for a second. When I was working with Ford ESP many years ago, and I was doing all the internal F&I schools for Ford ESP, I was on all their videos, and it was amazing. The first thing I went to Ford about, I said, look, you are using an exclusionary brochure. And so many F&I people today present the service contract with an exclusionary sale. I mean, this is how weak we've gotten. Mr. Customer, you'll be proud to know that our premium program includes everything on the car except these items. It doesn't cover tires, it doesn't cover rubber hoses, it doesn't cover batteries, it doesn't cover belts. You spend a whole lot of time telling them what it doesn't cover. You're not building a visual image of value when you tell them what it doesn't cover. No, read them the headlines. You don't have to tell them all 2,000 things this service contract covers. But you need to read the headlines. Mr. Customer, this particular Toyota service contract includes all internally lubricated parts of the engine. It covers all internally lubricated parts of the engine. The pistons, the bearing, the water pump, everything. It covers all internally lubricated parts of the transmission, including, it covers, I go around the major headlines, the big things that it covers. Tell them what they do get. Don't spend a whole lot of time telling them what they don't get. I taught Carnegie many years ago, and I got to tell you, the whole theory of Carnegie sales, which is some of the best sales training in the world, by the way, the emphasis on Carnegie training is build bigness. When you tell them what it doesn't cover, you are building smallness. Build bigness. Make it bigger than life. That service contract, that parts and labor program is incredible. It covers all these things. Sell bigness. Now, brochures have no charisma. Understand that. One of the questions I want to ask you, is it really a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty? For some people, it might be. But for the overwhelming majority of your consumers, they're going to burn the miles before they burn the term. Mr. Customer, you're going to probably put that 36,000 miles on that car long before the 3 years happens. You're going to burn the miles first. So in other words, don't look at it as a 3-year warranty. Most of you are going to look at it as a 2-year warranty. And you're going to have a 6-year finance agreement. I don't even know the statistics on a 6-year finance agreement. But I can tell you that a 60-month, 5-year bank agreement, you are upside down for an average of 3.8 years. Mr. Customer, you are going to be obligated in negative equity on a 60-month contract for 3.8 years, and your warranty ran out, a year and a half ago. I mean, the manufacturer, here's a word track. You ready? Mr. Customer, the contract you're signing with the manufacturer requires that you keep this car mechanically and cosmetically sound. Listen again. The contract that you are signing with the lender agrees that you keep this car mechanically and cosmetically sound. That's why we sell the environmental package. That's why we sell the service contract parts and labor agreement, parts and labor program. That's why we sell those. Because your obligation to the lender is to keep this car mechanically and cosmetically sound. That's a great word track. Once again, original Ziegler, but it's good stuff. It's starting to go around. You'll probably hear some of that in other schools. I invented it. I own it. But anyway, don't worry about it. Wherever you learned it, use it.